Today on Weekly Wire, special election results are in for Minnesota Senate District 54.
Hundreds take the plunge in Woodbury for the Special Olympics.
And the mayor of Cottage Grove delivers the State of the City address. Hello, I'm Ann Schweisku. Thanks for tuning in.
And I'm Justin Atkinson. Well, on Monday, residents in State Senate District 54 cast their votes for a new senator. Democrat Carla Bigham received the most votes at the end of the day, winning the highly contested seat. Bigham received 7,343 votes. Republican Denny McNamara received 6,813. Libertarian Emily Mellingen got 313, and there were also 7 write-in votes.
After winning the election, Bigham was required to resign her position on the Washington County Board for District 4. The board will now appoint someone to fill the vacancy. Applications for the position will be accepted, and then interviews will be held in March, with an appointment expected towards the end of March. This person will fulfill the remainder of Bigham's term, which ends this December.
The city of Cottage Grove held a Level 3 predatory offender community notification meeting last Thursday. The meeting was held in response to the police department being notified that a Level 3 sex offender is occasionally staying at the 8900 block of 92nd Street. Max Stevens Jackson has a history of sexual contact with female victims ages 17 to adult. In one instance, Jackson used a knife to gain compliance. Jackson was released from prison in 2011 and is required to report where he's living or staying to the local police department for the rest of his life. During the community meeting, representatives from the Department of Corrections and the Jacob Wetterling Foundation, along with local officers, provided information about Jackson, but also stressed the general need for personal safety, how to talk to your kids about the topic, and what community members can do to help.
Last Wednesday, the K-9 units of Washington County, Cottage Grove, Woodbury, and Stillwater came together to train at the former Cottage Grove Municipal Pool Building. The K-9 searched through 3 rooms to find hidden narcotics. This training will help the units with their annual narcotics certification. Area public safety departments will be using the building before the site gets converted into 3 Habitat for Humanity homes. Well, last week, nearly 500 people jumped into Carver Lake for the 4th annual Polar Plunge.
With water temperatures of 33 degrees and air temp of 15, it was definitely a cold one.
Minnesota Special Olympics, they always come together and they want to host a plunge at Woodbury, and our public safety department partners with them. We're at Carver Lake Park, so we have the plunge site down here, which is a lot of coordination. We have a top side of the Carver Park, so we have a lot of people up there coordinating the top half. We have other places at Cowboy Jack's. We have the high school shuttle locations. So really, it's kind of dynamic in the way that it's got 4 different locations to kind of coordinate. And it's kind of a little challenging, but kind of fun. Late November, the plunge committee for the city of Woodbury comes together. So we start planning, what went well last year, and then we start making contact with the different agencies that help us. Ramsey County, we have their sheriff's department out here. We have Washington County dive team behind us, cutting the hole. And we have Maplewood Reserve officers. So we have a lot of agencies that come together, and really you got to reach out to them 2-3 months in advance to start kind of getting the coordination.
All right, take us out. I worked the event last year as a CSO. It took me until 2 days ago to actually sign up, but I'm supporting Minnesota Special Olympics, so I think that's a great cause and just bringing more people out and doing it.
Looks like Woodbury Police, Washington County Sheriff's Department. Do I got that right? Am I missing anybody? All right, here we go. Let's give it up for our first plungers. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies. Let's count down from 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well done.
This year for Woodbury, we were the leading department for bringing the funds in, so that was great, and I just appreciate everyone in their donations.
We got time for dancing. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I've heard that the water is a lot warmer than out here, so I'm excited for that, but it's going to be brutal. Either way, I think it'll be brutal.
Special Olympics means a lot to me. My cousin's a Special Olympian, and my neighbor is. So Special Olympics means a lot to me and my family. I think for the Olympians, out of this, they get to go side by side, jump in the water. They work really hard to raise all this money for themselves, and this is kind of the event that they get to celebrate that. They love the Special Olympics in the summer, and it allows them to really compete, strive, and win at something.
Okay, belly flop.
2018 marked a first for the Woodbury Polar Plunge. Public Safety Director Lee Vague and Washington County Sheriff Dan Starry took a dive in the icy waters.
This year's event raised over $74,000 for Special Olympics Minnesota. Well, Myron Bailey, the mayor of Cottage Grove, delivered his annual State of the City address last week. The speech went live on cable channel 16 and also was live on Facebook. Bailey spoke about progress, such as the opening of new businesses and the inclusive playground. He also addressed what could be on the horizon for the city, like a possible community center, additional housing diversity, and more retail and restaurant options. You can view the entire speech on the City of Cottage Grove's YouTube channel.
The mayor of Woodbury will be delivering her State of the City address on February 24th. Mayor Stevens will be at Central Park at 1 p.m., where she will talk about where the city is currently and where it's headed in the future. There will also be a question and answer session. The event will be followed by a concert by the Woodbury High School Choir.
The winners of the Cottage Grove photo contest were announced last week during the Cottage Grove City Council meeting. Timothy Darden won in the nature category for his photo titled The Perfect November Morning. Bill Pullman won in the celebrations and events category for a pic taken at the Strawberry Fest. In the parks and trails category, there was a tie. Bill Pullman won for this vibrant sunrise picture at Hazen P. Morris Park, and Peter Patandi won for this photo featuring a small child playing as a thunderstorm moves into Cedarhurst Meadows Park. Nathan Klock won in the people category with this hockey game shot. Kevin Gallagher won in streetscapes for this image of the roundabout at 61 in Jamaica. Jixie and Han's 11-year-old daughter won in the youth category for a picture of her new puppy. The top photographers were awarded $50 each.
If you know an individual or a group that has done something to preserve or protect historical, architectural, and archaeological landmarks in Newport, you can nominate them for an award. The Betty Haugen Heritage Preservation Award will be presented by the city in May. Nominations are due by March 30th.
City snowplows use a lot of technology to efficiently plow the streets.
One of Woodbury's plow drivers gave us a close-up look at the operations.
Hi, I'm Brad Metcalf, streets lead worker for the city of Woodbury, and we're going to go over our plow trucks today. These are Mack dump trucks that we have built by Toastmasters. These are the same dump trucks we use in the summertime for asphalt maintenance, paving operations. They are a dual-use truck. They have falls, plow, and wing assemblies on them. The front plow is put on by pulling into the front plow, and then it's connected by two dogs that mount the front plow to the truck. The wing is bolted on in the beginning of the season. The wing will stay attached through the full season, where the plow, if we need to, can be taken off. We typically try to have all of our trucks ready by mid-October, early November. We actually have a 16-foot plowing width, so we're able to do our normal residential street with just 2 passes of the roadway. Everything's hydraulically controlled. We were able to lift up everything separately as far as the front plow, swivel the front plow, the wing up and down, extend out. There's a lot of hydraulic moving parts in this system. We also have rubber cutting edges now. The blade actually floats in a little bit of rubber, making it quieter and also helping conform to the road so we plow the road better. Operating the plow can be pretty easy after years of experience. Let me show you how it works. So this is the interior of one of our new plow trucks. This is a 2018 truck. It has new features for tracking salt usage. It also has all the attachment controls on one controller rather than a large joysticks. It uses smaller joysticks. The new backup cameras actually have made a huge difference as far as we can see behind our trucks. They have a heated lens on them so they stay clear. This is when we're plowing snow. The temp sensors on the truck for road temp and air temp help us to make decisions on our application rates, so the supervisor or the person that's on call can actually make a better call on what application rate we should be putting down based on what the road temps are and the current weather conditions. Thanks for taking a look at our plow truck today. Just a reminder, please be safe on the roads. Please give us room to do our work. We're here to serve you and get you where you need to go safely.
Woodbury has 18 plow drivers that cover more than 650 miles of streets.
Which is why it's important to follow the city's parking rules and not park on the street between 2 and 6 a.m. and any time 2 or more inches of snow has fallen. Well, if you would like to improve your public speaking skills, then mark February 26th on your calendar. A new Toastmasters group in Cottage Grove is welcoming residents to an open house at City Hall. You can learn more about the Toastmasters program, meet members, and listen to speeches. Mayor Myron Bailey will be the special guest speaker.
Now here's a quick look at some upcoming events happening around South Washington County you might want to check out. Well, Justin, before we go, we want to unveil a new promo we worked on here about us at SWCTC.
Yeah, so take a look.
This is the community I grew up in, and it's got amazing people.
People are themselves, and they're having a great time.
I really like telling stories and sharing them with the community.
And it changed my life, and it made such an enormous impact.
I really like the people I work with, and I like doing what I'm doing. I find it creative, and most importantly, I find it fun.
I like coming to work at SWCTC for the new technology we get to use and the variety of things we do daily.
Will you please rise and join me in a pledge to the flag?
Sometimes I get to be part of the action.
We get to work with 5 very unique cities every single day and get to see some things that I think other people sometimes don't get a chance to see.
You guys both have all 10 fingers still too, right?
All 10.
That's
so
even
far,
better.
so good. I know.
Right.
This organization is positioned to give back to the community in many ways. So it's really an honor to have this responsibility, and we take it very seriously.
Justin, we really do, enjoy our jobs here at SWCTC.
Yeah, we're like a family here too, all of us. We've worked together for a long time now, and it's just great to be able to come in and work with people you love every day.
That's true, and tell the stories about the people in the community. This
Yes.
is a great community, South Washington County.
It's my favorite job and my favorite community as well.
I couldn't say it any better. So thanks to Brian and John for putting that promo together. We'll see you next week.